Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about array in Java. This is the agenda that I'm going to cover today, and let's start with the first topic, that is introduction to array. Suppose here we have three variables of type int with different identifiers for each variable. Here I have taken three variable of same data type, that is int, and then we are assigning the value to each identifier separately. As you can see, it seems like a tedious task in order to just initialize and use the variables, especially if they are used for the same purpose. Here I have taken an example for only three variables. What if we have more than 100 variables of the same data type? Then it will become a tedious task. So here the array comes into the picture. An array stores multiple data items of the same data type in a contiguous block of memory divided into a number of slots. Java array is an object which contains elements of a similar data type. The direct superclass of an array type is object class. We can store only a fixed set of elements in Java array. So what I'm trying to explain here, that if you declare an array and if you instantiate it, then you will get the array in the contiguous memory location, right? And this array is an object. As we know, everything is an object in Java. So this array is also an object, and this inherits the superclass object class. And we can only store a fixed set of elements. So once you declare the array of size 5, say example, then this will have fixed size of 5. Later you cannot change it. Once an array is declared and constructed, the stored value of each member of the array will be initialized to 0 for number data. So we can declare an array for different data type, right? And if the data type belongs to number, for example integer, then the array element will be initialized with 0. However, for reference data types such as strings, they are initialized with null. Therefore, you must populate the string arrays explicitly. Array in Java is index based. The first element of the array is stored at 0th index, second element is stored on first index, and so on. So here you can see the array index is starting from 0. So if you have declared an array of size 5, then the index will start from 0 and end at 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But how do we declare the array? To declare an array, write the data type followed by a set of square brackets followed by the identifier name. So here the example, data type, then square bracket, then the identifier name. Or you can also do in data type, then the identifier name, then the square bracket. But as you know, since array is just like an object, that's why declaration of an array is not enough. We also have to instantiate it, right? So after declaring, we must create the array and specify its length with a constructor statement. Instantiation means creation in Java. In order to instantiate an object, we need to use a constructor for this. A constructor is a method that is called to create a certain object. To instantiate or create an array, write the new keyword followed by the square brackets containing the number of elements you want the array to have. So once you have declared the array, you have to use this new keyword to instantiate it, and you also have to provide the size of the array. Basically, there are three methods to declare and instantiate an array. The first method is declare the array first and then instantiate it. Declaration is straightforward, int or any data type that you want, then your identifier name, then square bracket. You can put the square bracket before the identifier name as well. Then you have to instantiate it. So identifier equal to new, then data type, and then the size of the array. So this is one method. Second method is You can declare and instantiate the object together in the same line. Data type, then the identifier name, then square bracket equal to new keyword, then the data type and the size of the array. This is the most preferred way in Java to declare and instantiate an array together in the same line. Third method is you can also instantiate an array by directly initializing it with the data. So data type, then the identifier name, square bracket equal to, in the curly braces you have to provide the value. If you have noticed here, I have not provided the size of the array. It depends upon how many values you are going to specify under this curly braces. So here I have specified 5 values. So the size of this array will become 5. And each index position will hold this value 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 respectively. So array of 0 will contain 1, array of 1 will contain 2, array of 2 will contain 3, and so on. Okay, so how do we access the element of an array? To access an array element or a part of the array, you use a number called an index or subscript. Index number or subscript is assigned to each member of the array to allow the program to access an individual member of the array. Index number or subscript begins with 0 and progress sequentially by whole numbers to the end of an array. Elements inside your array are from 0 to size of array minus 1. So for example, if you have declared an array of size 5, then the index will start from 0 and it will go till 4. You cannot resize an array. To know the array size, you can use the length field of an array. Remember, this is talking about a length field. It's not a length function. Okay, sorry. Example, here what I have done, I have declared and instantiate this array in the same line, right? And the size of the array is 10. Then I have taken a loop starting from 0 till less than ages dot length. It means it will go till 9. Age dot length is 10, right? Then it will go till 9 because I is starting from 0. It will go till 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because 9 is less than 10. And then it will print each and every value for that array index. Let's run this code in action. So what I have done here, I have taken one field that is called ages and I have declared it, and then later I have instantiated it. So this is method 1. In the method 2, what I have done, I have declared and instantiated the field together in the same line, right? This is method 2. Method 3 is initializing the value of the array in the same line, right? So here I have passed 5 values for this array called name, right? The size of this name array will be 5. Now what I'm going to do, since we have just declared and instantiated this array, right? So now let's populate some value in this array field. So I have taken a loop that will go till age dot length, right? And since I have mentioned less than, that's why it will go till 5 times starting from 0 because ages dot length will become 5 whatever I have declared, right? And it is less than, then it will go to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just populating this value of I and I plus 1 into these two variables, ages and roll. Then what I'm going to do, then I'm taking another loop to print all the values from this identifier, that is ages, roll, and name, right? Same loop I have taken, I'm just printing it. So let's run this code. If I run this, I'll get this one, right? So the first loop, in the beginning it is 0, so it will take name of 0. It means it will take Amar. Then edges of I. So here I have assigned the value of I in the edges of I, that is 0. It means 0. It will print 0. And then roll I. So here I have put I plus 1, that is 0 plus 1. So that's why it will become 1. That's why it is 1. So that's why it is printing Amar 0 1. So this loop is running for 5 times and it is extracting the value for all this identifier and printing it. Right? Okay, so these are we called single dimensional array, right? Because we have only one dimension, right? So we also have the concept of multi-dimensional array. So multi-dimensional arrays are implemented as arrays of arrays. Multi-dimensional arrays are declared by appending the appropriate number of bracket pairs after the array name. For example, if you want to declare the array of size 10 into 12 elements, then you can do in this way. Int, then double bracket, the identifier name equal to new int and then the size. Suppose you want to declare and instantiate the character array of size 8 into 10 into 12, it is three-dimensional array. Then you can just include one extra bracket and then you can just mention the size. Same way. And if you want to declare and instantiate an string array of size 3 into 2, then you can do this in the same way. String double bracket person equal to, notice here for each row we have different set of parentheses, and inside each parenthesis group we have rows and column, right? So here if you want to access the first row, then what you have to do, you will have to access it using person of in the square bracket 0 0 0 0. If you say it is the coordinate, right? 0 and then 0, then 0 1. Similarly for second row 1 and then 0, for the second column 1 and 1. This is just like matrix, right? So third well that third row and third column you want, third row and second column you want to access, then you will have to write person of 2 and 1, right? So to access an element in a multi-dimensional array is just the same as accessing the elements in a one-dimensional array. Example system.out.println person of 0 0 0 0 means it will print Amar. Let's see this code in action. I'll just comment it out and let me uncomment this. So what I have done here, I have taken an identifier str. It is two-dimensional, and then for each row and column I have populated the value, right? So since I know the size of the array, this is the 3 into 2. So that's why just for number of rows, I have taken this static field 3. So it will run 3 times, right? 0, 1 and 2. Then I'm just printing str of I 0 and I 1. So this column field I have put as static. Sorry. So when the value of I will be 0, then it will print str of 0 0. 0 0 means moon, and this will be 0 of 1, that is 12. So moon 12 it will print. Again loop will run and then I will become 1. That will print 1 0. str of 1 0 is what? Sun. And str of 1 1 is what? 20. So in this way it will print the whole matrix. Let's run this code. See. So this is very easy, right? This is just like you have studied in C language how you can access the element from an array. Then there are some advantage and disadvantage of array. Advantage is code optimization. Code optimization is meaning to say it makes the code optimized. We can retrieve or sort the data efficiently, and you don't have to write multiple declaration or instantiation of the object. You also have the facility to find the length of the array using the length field. The second advantage is random access. We can get any data located at an index position. If you know the index, then we can retrieve it directly from the array by passing the index. Disadvantage is size limit. Since we can store only the fixed size of elements in the array, it does not grow its size at runtime. So here it is fixed, right? You later in the program you cannot shrink or grow it. It is fixed. To solve this problem, collection framework is used in Java which grows automatically. Later you will learn about the collection class or collection framework where you have some other stuff as well which can grow or shrink its size on runtime. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you so much for watching.